everyone, my name is Gintare Mazeikaite. I'm a data expert and research associate at LIS. In this short video, I will talk about price deflators, which can be used to compare income and wealth in LIS datasets. One of our main goals at LIS is to provide comparable income and wealth data. Our users often want to know, for example, which countries experience the highest personal income growth, or which countries were the most effective in reducing absolute poverty. However, just like in most cross-country databases, monetary variables in lists are expressed in local currencies, which take no account in price differences within and across countries. In order to make it easier for our users, we provide price deflators, which can be used to express all monetary amounts into common currency units. In this presentation, I'll explore the following questions. What are price deflators and how are they used in LIS? Should you be using 2011 or 2017 PPPs? I will show you some results from LIS data. And finally, where can you find more information on price deflators on the LIS website? To assess income growth within a country, we have to consider changes in price levels in the same time period. One common way to measure inflation is by looking at the Consumer Price Index, which traces how much the price of a common basket of goods and services has changed compared to the base year. The value of the CPI in the base year is set to 100, and the values in the years before and after the base year get an index number greater or smaller than 100. For example, a CPI equal to 65 in Canada in 1994 means that prices were on average 35% lower in 1994 compared to 2017. By dividing income by the CPI of that year, we can express income in common 2017 local currency units, which can then be directly compared. If we look at income growth of an individual in the middle of the income distribution in Canada, between 1991 and 2017 without adjusting for inflation, we would observe a twofold increase in just 16 years. However, when we take into account price changes in the same period, we see that real growth was about 30%, a significant but a more moderate increase. To recap, we use Consumer Price Index to compare income and wealth within country at different periods of time. Purchasing power parities are exchange rates used to compare income and wealth across countries. They do so by converting local currencies into PPP-adjusted international dollars, where one international dollar can buy the same amount of goods and services within each country. LIS provides PPP deflators for years 2011 and 2017. The figure on the right side shows that median individual in Canada is about 6 times as rich compared to the median individual in South Africa in 2017. However, 2017 PPPs can be used to compare income in only year 2017. For all of the years, we first need to adjust for inflation within the country using CPI. To make things easier for the users, LIS provides LIS PPP exchange rates, which can be used directly to compare income and wealth measures over time and across countries. They take into account both the price changes within the country measured by the CPI and the purchasing power differences across countries. To express national currency units into the common PPP-adjusted international dollars, one can simply divide monetary amounts by the LIS PPPs. But what about using market currency exchange rates instead? In a perfectly competitive global economy, the two would yield the same results. However, not all goods and services are available internationally, and hence their prices differ across countries. What is more, market exchange rates can be affected by factors like government policies and currency speculation, which means that they do not solely reflect the demand and supply of currencies. Due to this, by using market exchange rates, we are likely to underestimate the welfare of lower-income countries, as can be seen in the figure on the right-hand side that compares income in South Africa and Canada in 2017. In May 2020, the International Comparison Program released two sets of PPPs, the revised 2011 PPPs and the new 2017 PPPs. We had made both sets of PPPs available for LIS data users, in addition to keeping the previous round of 2011 PPPs accessible for those who still wish to continue using them. The 2011 revised PPPs can be used to obtain absolute poverty measures comparable to the popcorn estimates provided by the World Bank, which are still used to assess progress towards meeting the Goal 1 of the Sustainable Development Goals. However, for most up-to-date price information, 2017 PPPs should be preferred. Note that the country rankings may change depending on which set you use. Compared to 2011 PPPs, 2017 PPPs lead to upward adjustment of income in countries like Palestine, Panama, and Spain, and to downward adjustment of income in countries like Chile and China. To illustrate a bit more, the figure shows trends in median equivalized household disposable income in Nordic European countries. Using 2017 PPP suggests lower purchasing power in Norway and Sweden and a higher purchasing power in Denmark than previously thought. In the international comparison, we see that Norway and Denmark switch rankings about 5 years later, and Sweden's income does not catch up to that of Finland's in the early 2000s when 2017 PPPs are used. If you would like to know more about price deflators in LIS, you can visit our website and simply type PPP in the search bar. It will open you a few pages where we discuss how LIS PPPs are calculated, list price deflators for all LIS datasets, and provide information on how to access price deflators using our remote execution system LISI with different statistical packages. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions on price deflators in LIS, feel free to reach out using my email address. For more short tutorials on LIS data, check out our other videos on the LIS website.